Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the elect. Matthew 1:21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name YAHAWASHI, for he shall save his people from their sins. Music to my ears, man. And you know, for us brothers, I can speak for the other brothers that woke up in this truth and unto this truth. You know, the brothers that's pushing and truth, sincerity, man. This is music to our ears, man. All right, because we know we're gonna be saved out of the cesspool, man. We know we're gonna be saved out of the cesspool, man. All right. You know, the scriptures say, of course, you got to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. All right. But with faith in Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, and faith in the word of Yahweh, which represents YAHAWASHI, we know he came, he died for us, man. You know, and because he died for us, you know, we serve him with all fear and trembling, man. We give thanks, man. You know, I was thinking about that word, like in the Spanish, grace is gracia, which sounds like what? Gracias, which is thanks. All right. So we basically appreciate what the Heavenly Father, YAHWASHI, did for us. Therefore, what we push, we do the work, we reprove the Lord's people. All right. Like John the Baptist did, man. What? He made the ways of the Lord straight, man. And that's what we doing. All right. And, you know, just rolling in the spirit, man. I was just thinking about how really blessed we are to have YAHWASHI, man. You know, Paul in the book of, I can't remember exactly which book. I think it was either Romans or 1 Corinthians. He spoke about how how by the death of one, many should be saved, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so we were saved. Hey, we saved, man. You know, well, us of the hopeful elect. Let me say that. You know, hey, but you know, the salvation starts off with in the spirit first. Okay. You know, and I say that with all humility, not I say that with all humility, man. You know that the word is known as good news, is the gospel, man. Because all throughout the scriptures it talks about the punishment of Israel and the salvation of Israel, which we know is who's going to bring the salvation, man. YAHWASHI, just read it. He shall save his people from their sins. Okay, in effect, in the reason, and because he saved us from our sins. All right, therefore, what we now have another chance. All right, to get back right with the Most High, man. You know, because hey, the Most High put us away for our iniquities, man. All right, he put us away for our iniquities, man. But because of his word, all right, the scripture said that the Lord is not a man that he should lie. And he basically regained us. All right, the elect, which really through the elect, all of Israel should be saved, man. That's written in, I think it's Romans the 11th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So, hey, man, blessed are we to have Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHWASHI, man. All right. This is Luke chapter 1 and verse 68. It says, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Okay, and what do you do when to redeem something? You know, like if you play like say if you play the lottery or something, they say what? You have now won. Redeem your ticket or something like that. Basically you receiving the ticket into yourself, man. You receiving that prize into yourself. So he have redeemed Israel, man. He have received us into himself, man. Therefore what? He died for us, man. Okay. Because like I said, man, you think you really gotta think about, how much hell we catch in this place, man. And if YAHWASHI didn't come, we be waiting. We would literally be waiting to die. The scriptures say in Matthew the 24th chapter, It says in Matthew the 24th chapter. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the days should be shortened, for if no flesh should be shortened. Roughly paraphrasing, scriptures say if the days were not shortened, therefore no flesh will be saved, man. All right. I was watching this show, Colony. I know brothers, different brothers watch it or whatever, and they was even going into that, man, to how they have plans for the future to kill off, damn near 98% of the population, man. And we know, according to the Georgia Guidestones, they have plans to do that to us, man. So this is reading on, and have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Okay, because we know that YAHAWASHI is Solomon, which is the son of King David, coming back. Okay, and he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. And the prophets, since the world began, they've been looking for the salvation of Israel, man. 2,000 years ago, when YAHAWASHI left the apostles, they asked YAHAWASHI, when are you gonna come back, man? Is it time for us to go? YAHAWASHI basically said, look, it's not for you to know. All right. And the scriptures also say that YAHAWASHI is patiently waiting, man. Because YAHAWASHI don't know the day or the hour that Yahweh is going to send him back. But he's patiently waiting, man, to redeem his elect. To redeem his brethren. Because the elect are joint heirs to YAHAWASHI. And they're also, they are also brethren, man. They are brethren, man. Which all of Israel really are brethren to YAHAWASHI. All right. But we know that in this time around, the only ones that's going to be considered his family is the elect, those that have been laboring with him, those that have been pushing for him. Like it says in Matthew 25, when I was hungry, he fed me. These are they, man. So it says, verse 70, and as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. It says that we should be from our enemies. It's locked, y'all. I can't drive it, so I'm trying to see which way I gotta go. It says that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Because that's a grief of heart to be under your enemy, man. That's a grief of heart to be under your enemy. Like when, for example, when King David, when he went off and numbered the people, the Lord gave him a choice. Because he had to be atoned for his iniquities. So the Lord gave him a choice. It was either have Israel get killed off the have a portion of Israel get killed off. Have his enemies pursue him after a while. And I forgot the last one, but King David was like, hey, basically you're just, man. So whatever you choose, let that be. Roughly paraphrasing. So it says, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. And that's the so-called white man. If we stay here, man, Esau already got his movies, on how he wants the future to be. To where everybody's chipped. We got AI robots ruling. Humanoid type robots ruling, like in a book. Like in the movie Ghost in the Shell. All right, where what's the chick name? I forgot the girl's name, but in the movie Ghost in the Shell, damn, what was her name? I forgot. But they was able to salvage her brain, her spirit, her mind. They was able to salvage her mind. But they basically merge her mind or splice her mind in with a a robot, man. And that's what Esau plans to do, man. So the Most High, sent his son YAHAWASHI to save us from Esau getting that far, man. The scriptures say that he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that they cannot perform their enterprise, man. Which the enterprise is their plan, man. We know Esau, we know his plan. Anything he plans on doing is sinister, man. It says, to perform the mercies promised to our fathers, and to remember the holy covenant, the oath which he sware to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us, that we, being delivered of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. So he's basically breaking down, I believe this is Zacharias, breaking down in the spirit, YAHAWASHI, his role that he's going to play when he comes, and Israel's role that they will play as well, man. Let me see. I said, bear with me, I'm driving, so take me a little time to read. Who was in him, holiness before him, all the days of our life. Reading on, it says, and thou, child, shalt be called the prophet of the highest, for thou shalt go before the face of the Lord to prepare his ways. And now he's speaking with his son John, which is also known as John the Baptist, to give knowledge of salvation unto us people by remission of their sins. It says to give knowledge of salvation unto us people, unto his people, Salakia, by the remission of their sins, through the tender mercy of our power, whereby the day spring from on high have visited us, to give light to them that sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace. And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, and was in the desert to the day of his showing unto Israel. So that was it, man. Hey, blessed are we to have YAHAWASHI, man. Blessed are we, to know that it's not always going to be like this, man. So with that, hey, worship Yahweh by Hashem YAHAWASHI, man. And we know about worshiping YAHAWASHI, we worship Yahweh, man. So with that, shalom to the elect.